So at the age of 70, do I or you need a woman? Well, society loves to paint us in the picture that if we're 70 and that we're alone or if we're single, then we must be lonely and that we need somebody in our life either to take care of us or in some sort of way, shape, or fashion to complete us. But let me tell you this, being single and alone at the age of 70 looks a whole lot different than being alone or single at the age of 30 or 40. True story. So when you're younger, I would refer to that as the building stage of life. This is when you're going to be wanting to start a family. You're going to want to purchase a home. You're going to want to focus on your career, and you've got children to raise. And there's nothing better than to have a companion with you by your side, that you've got her back and she's got my back. And we can go head to head, toe to toe against the world with all the things that the world throws at you. However, when you reach the age of 70, I think we can agree the building stage is pretty much done. You've won the battles or lost them. You fought the war and you gave it the good fight. And now you find yourself single, but you're not necessarily lonely. What you have is you have a complete and full understanding of who you are. You understand what it is that you can tolerate. And more importantly, you understand and know exactly what you will not put up with or what you will not compromise and tolerate. So at the age of 70, when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror, it's really a very, very liberating feeling to look at that image looking back at you and realize that you're just fine the way that you are. There is no imaginary void in your life that needs to be filled by another person. Your day is just that. It's yours. You can do what you want, where you want, how you want, and on your own timetable and by your own rules. What it is that you prioritize is the priority, not somebody else's. There's no more checking in. There's no more asking permission. There's no more finding out if it's okay. Because if it's okay with you, well, then it's just friggin' okay. Now, it comes to the point where you realize that you do not need anybody to complete you. Having a companionship changes from possibly thinking of it as a need and it turning into and becoming purely an option. But what if you're of this mind that you would like to entertain the idea of having a companion again in your life? That you think it would be fun to travel again with another person by your side as you glide into the landing strip of the latter years of your life. And what I would humbly suggest is that a person take their time. We don't have much time left. And do we want to spend those remaining years with somebody that's going to inject financial issues, unnecessary drama, problems, extended family, all that comes along where fools rush in, where angels fear to tread? I have taken it upon myself that whenever I have a big decision, such as committing to another person or making a big purchase, etc., I want to slow down, I want to take my time, and I want to do my very best to talk myself out of it before I move forward with it. Because if I see any of the proverbial red flags that this person is going to inject any of the aforementioned problems into my life, I would just as soon pass and say no. It doesn't mean that I still wouldn't be open-minded to meeting someone. I just know that that person would not be the right person for me. All right, so let's be fair. And let's take a look at the flip side of this equation. Let's assume that we've all slowed down, we've taken our time, we've kissed a few frogs along the way, but then we meet that person that we really do feel comfortable with and compatible to. Well, what a wonderful feeling it is as we enter into this winter of our life to have somebody with you that is no longer taking from you or injecting drama into your life, but instead is injecting more of a peace and a tranquility into it. Someone that you can share a thought with, a laugh with, a meal with. You can talk about what the day is going to be like and how should we plan it. Someone to share victories and defeats with. Someone who can share victories and defeats with you. And neither one of you are judging. You're simply listening, understanding, and uniting in the fact that no matter what the case might be, you guys are in it together, and you're going to be moving forward and trying to be as happy and as drama-free as possible. It's wonderful to know that when you're sick, there's someone there to tend to you. And conversely, if she is sick, someone that you can take care of. Show compassion for one another. Be tender with one another. Everybody's been there, done that, learned from their mistakes, and both people have decided not to repeat it. We're going to go through life, and most importantly, we want to go through life not with conflict, but we want to go through life together with harmony. Well, at the beginning of this video, I posed a question, didn't I? And the question was, at the age of 70, do you need a woman? And I think it's high time I answer my own question. Now, for those of you that are still with me here, your mileage may vary. And so if you disagree with my conclusion, feel free to drop a comment in the comment box. And if you agree for a change, that would be nice to hear also. However, my answer is, do I need a woman at the age of 70? No, not at all. I'm already complete. And it was the movie Jerry Maguire where he said, "You complete me." Well, I got news for you, bucko. At this stage of the game, we're already complete. We know who we are. We're comfortable with the way we roll. We don't need someone's positive affirmation telling us how wonderful we are, how good we are, or this or that, because we already know how good or not so good we really are. We know what our weaknesses are, and we know what our strengths are. The last thing some guys need, I think all guys need, the last thing people need, period, is someone that's constantly reminding you of your weaknesses. And we would rather, or at least I would rather, focus on what my strengths are and play to those as I travel through the final years in the winter of my life. The little caveat to all this, I believe, is that at this stage of the game, the word need should be replaced or could be replaced with the word want. The question isn't, do I need a woman? It is, do I want a woman? And you know what? If you find yourself wanting a woman because you feel it would benefit your life, well, let me tell you, my friend, if you want it, you should go get it. And you know why? Because after all this time on the planet, you deserve it. You deserve some happiness and getting exactly what you want. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging in there with me.